So welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. I did a video similar to this several years ago, and I think it's time we do another one. Now, I get asked quite often why I bought a skid loader when I have a tractor, and they do basically the same thing. I also get asked quite often for recommendations on whether people should buy a skid loader or tractor for their property. So today we're going to do a quick video answering those questions and also pointing out some key differences between these two machines. Now, even though both of these machines have a bucket and a loader, they do a lot of the same things. The key difference between these two machines is this. This bucket and this loader was designed around that tractor. Whereas over here, this whole machine right here was designed around the bucket, kind of opposite of a tractor. Really, the business end of the tractor is back here in the back. Right now I've got a tiller on the back, but you can put hundreds of different attachments on the back of your tractor. I use a rear blade, a box blade, a land plane, I've got a chipper, a skidding winch. I mean, I could go on and on, but there are literally hundreds of attachments for the back of a tractor. Whereas the loader is kind of an add-on feature. It really is. The loader was designed around the tractor. Now, not taking anything away from it, it's very, very capable. However, the skid steer, that all was designed around this bucket to move dirt, lift heavy things as fast as possible. And this does a fantastic job at that. Now, I know we're not really comparing apples to apples here. The skid loader, it's a big machine. That one right there weighs in right around 11,500 pounds. The tractor, about 4,200 pounds. So the skid loader, it weighs roughly 2.5 to 3 times what this tractor does. However, I will say this, if you had an SVL 65, the small one, it would still lift way more and move dirt way faster than a tractor. This MX 5400, it's about 55 horsepower. The track loader, about 96 horsepower, almost double the horsepower in the track loader. Cost difference, huge cost difference between these two. That skid loader cost about, I'd say approximately 2.5 times what this tractor does. However, what does that extra cost get you? I'd have to say, just throwing it out there, this probably moves dirt, I don't even know, 7 to 10 times faster than this tractor would. That's just a guess, but I feel pretty confident in that guess. And the other thing is, this machine is designed to move dirt and lift heavy loads all day long for years on end, thousands and thousands of hours. One of the key differences between the loaders on a skid loader and a tractor is this. When you have this bucket down on the ground and you're ready to start digging and you're pushing, all your weight goes right back onto the frame of the machine. Back here underneath the boom, I don't know if you can really see it, there's 2 big steel blocks down there, and that boom just kind of hunkers right down on those blocks. So you're pushing, you're using all that weight, that 11,500 pounds, pushing this thing through the dirt. I used this just about 5.5, 6 hours so far. But you know, when you cut into natural ground, you got to take it easy. It'll come right up over the bucket, right up on the glass. I mean, the thing will just plow through the dirt. But this is designed to dig dirt. Like I said before, that's the key takeaway from this video, in my opinion. All of this is designed around this bucket. Now, with the loader on the tractor, you know, you're digging into natural ground right here. And like I said, on the skid loader, all that pressure is going right onto the frame of the whole machine. Whereas with the tractor, it's not. You know, it is connected to the frame, obviously, back here. But picture that, you're pushing right here, all that force is pushing back. It's a very, very capable machine, and like I've said, I've done a ton of work with this tractor. It's just the skid loader is designed to do it day in and day out. Now, I know it seems as though I'm really talking up the skid loader, and you may be thinking, why would anyone buy a tractor? Well, the tractor has some huge advantages over the skid loader. Like I said before, the tractor costs a lot less than the skid loader. Even if this was an SVL 65, I'm guessing one of those would cost roughly twice as much as an MX 5400. Another advantage that the tractor has over the skid loader, this big tractor is much easier on the lawn than that skid steer. Now, if you just went in straight and didn't make any turns, it would probably pretty much be the same. But if you turn it all with that, you're ripping up the sod, you're kind of making a mess. Much easier on your lawn. Another advantage that I think a lot of people may overlook is, let's face it, we're not getting any younger, and the tractor is easier to get in and out of than the skid loader. I do like the door on this skid loader because it opens up. That way, if the bucket and the boom are up a little bit, you can still get in and out of it. But you know, you're crawling over this bucket, you're crawling over the forks. It's just easier getting in and out of a tractor than it is a skid loader. So if your work involves, you know, you're on a machine for 5 minutes, back and forth, hopping in and out, maybe running a chainsaw, you know, tractor's a lot easier to get in and out of than that skid loader. These are great for when you just get in there for a half hour or an hour or all day long. It's nice and comfortable. You kind of hunker down in that seat there, but it's just not as easy getting in and out of that machine as it is this machine. So as far as versatility goes, that could really go either way. It depends on your needs and what attachments you want to buy. Both are very versatile. You can do a ton of work on your property or for other people with either one of these machines. Now, as far as which machine is best for your needs, well, that's all going to kind of depend on your situation. But we do get a lot of emails from people saying that they bought their first piece of property. You know, they're looking to cut a road in, get the home site ready, those kind of things. What my recommendation would be is this: either buy or rent a skid loader first, or maybe even hire it out. And then once you're in that maintain mode, that's where the tractor really shines. So all that initial heavy lifting, heavy digging, that type of stuff is skid loader work. Once you get in that maintain mode, tractor's the way to go. Now, I've rented machines for years. I've rented skid loaders and excavators before I got my own, and there are some advantages and disadvantages to renting. One thing that I don't like about it, you kind of always feel rushed. You kind of have to work around the weather, those kind of things. It's something to consider if you bought a piece of property and you know you want to cut the driveway in. And also, do you have any experience running these machines? You know, pretty much anyone can get on to running a skid loader eventually over time, but you hate to spend a lot of money on rental when you're just trying to learn how to run the machine. I think at the end of the month or however long you rent it, you'll just be getting onto it and getting real productive with it. So that's something else to consider as well. So to kind of review what we talked about here today, both very capable machines. They've both got loaders on the front of them. Keep in mind, the loader on a tractor is designed around the tractor, whereas over here, this whole machine right here is designed around that bucket. The skid loader is designed more for serious digging and heavy lifting, like that initial work that you're doing when you're trying to develop your property. Tractor, more of a maintenance mode. Now, I've seen pictures and videos of people that, you know, dug an entire pond with the tractor. You can absolutely do it. It's just going to take a lot longer than it would if you had a skid loader, and also probably not the best thing you could do for your tractor. It's just not designed to be digging into like natural ground all day, every day, like the skid loader is. So although I'm comparing both of these machines to one another, I wasn't really looking for a clear winner in this video because they're two different machines. They do a lot of the same things and both have advantages over the other. But anyway, I think that's about it for today's video. I appreciate y'all being here. I hope this video was helpful, and we'll catch you on the next one.